I fell in love with gaming at a very early age, and have stayed an avid gamer to this day. But towards the end of my high school years, I started to lose interest. I've conquered the Mushroom Kingdom many times. My favorite adventure games became dull, and with the acceptance of my university of choice, all sense of challenges that kept me thriving suddenly just faded. It wasn't until the release of Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS that I was introduced to the world of fighting games. Now I can write a whole thesis of why I love fighting games and bore you guys to death. But I think it's better to show you guys instead. The satisfying victories, the crushing defeats, the long hours of practice, and the many events that showcase the fruits of your labor. Fighting games encompass all of this and more, but it all starts with 2 controllers and 2 players. Fighting games at their core are simple games. Player 1 must fight player 2 with the characters they choose, and the first to bring the opponent's health down to 0 wins the game. A very simple concept that stays true to most fighting games, with variations depending on the game, such as Smash Bros. With your stock count or number of lives. Maybe you're given a couple punch buttons like Street Fighter, or have all your harder to input moves all mapped to one button like Grand Blue Fantasy. No matter the form, the objective is as clear as day. Easy enough for people of all ages to pick up, play, and fully enjoy what is offered. I love the easy to play nature of fighting games. Most games force you to learn complex leveling systems or convoluted game mechanics before you can even start playing. But the simplistic nature of fighting games makes starting out as simple as learning the buttons and picking a character that you'd like to pilot. The way you play is dictated by how you want to play, and the necessity to improve depends all on the players.
Ever released, I'm literally just recording me doing one player training so you guys actually...
Leveling up in an adventure game is a matter of gaining experience points, and continuing through a platformer rewards you with the next stage. Fighting games, however, don't have linear forms of progression. Instead, the reward is more experience as a player. While this may turn off people in need of immediate satisfaction aside from just winning, it offers a never-ending challenge of improvement and rewards players who put in the effort to keep on winning. This aspect appealed to me a lot. As I mentioned earlier, the challenges I dealt with were no longer there in the games I played. Fighting games changed that with the challenge of seeking improvement. Every loss feels like a learning experience. Every win feels like a culmination of everything I've learned. With a plethora of resources such as online matchmaking, YouTube videos, forums, and more, the road to improvement can be so much more than spending hours on end just inputting moves on a controller. Through this long journey of improvement, I found myself enthralled by a large community of like-minded individuals and enamored with the dreams of reaching the peak of the mountain. Around the start of my freshman year of college, I began searching for ways to take my love for fighting games so much further. My boredom was quelled, yet I searched for something more. Through my search, however, I found myself thrust headfirst into the competitive fighting game scene. The competitive scene often starts at the local level, the weekly tournaments that you frequent. These serve as both the proving grounds for your play and the consistent training to prepare you for the big events, the major level tournaments like EVO and CEO. At the major tournament level, the event goes from being just another weekly event to a large spectacle with world-class talent, large entry numbers, and heavy production value. The top echelon of players seeking only for glory. It's the ultimate test of someone's knowledge of their game, mental fortitude to keep composure even during the most dire of moments, and endurance to keep persevering until the game has been won. I've had my fair share of losses competing, some where victory slowly slips through my grasp, and others where I'm utterly outclassed. But with each loss, I learn something new to improve on. I try again and again and again until I finally win. I can't say for sure what the end of the line is for me, but I know that I'll keep on losing again and again until I can finally win on that big stage. Fighting games have opened my eyes to a lot of things. The want to try something new and find passion through it. The dedication people put in to perfecting their craft in the things they love. The things that drive people to keep going and pursue greatness no matter how many times they fall. At the end of the day, my love for fighting games all comes down to one thing. They're fun to play. This is Anthony Riley, signing off. Thanks for watching.